All right.
Back.
Welcome back.
Like, so, internet decides to just drop on me.
You missed out on all the plotting.
You guys got some secret plotting time in. That's good.
Yeah. I was debating on, all the force stuff. Zarek becoming force sensitive or something.
Hey, you stayed at a Best Western once, so you're good to go.
Well, I've been around force powers and a nexus or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it could happen.
Something in you has awoken.
But I don't think so. But I do have to figure out what to spend them in here. So while I get something ready here. All right. Had unusual sounds down the street, so had to go grab something. Well, it sounded like gunshots down the street, so
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't fireworks. It was too controlled.
That's not a good thing.
No, and especially not quite sure how far they were because I could slightly hear them through the headphones that are pretty sound canceling. So if I'm hearing them, they couldn't have been too awful far away.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not a good thing. Hopefully, there's brick between you and the street.
So, well, not as much that, but people have been getting pretty crazy these days
Indeed, they have.
with the economy and everything else, and
Yep.
so we'll just set that right here next to me. That way, if there are any strange noises, I can return strange noises.
What do you got, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, what currently I have sitting next.
Nice.
Concealed carry with the Pierce magazine extender, adding around, and a Crimson Trace laser pointer that triggers from the back. So
Very nice.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking end of quarter one, or toward the end of quarter one, I should say. I'm going to pick up an FN 509 tactical.
Nice.
Yeah.
And actually, if anybody's interested and wants to try their luck, Bushwhacker Firearms, who's local, they have a page on Band, which I had never heard of before, but they've been raffling, give or take, 2 to 3 different firearms a day. So like right now they have a AR-15 standard manufacturing STD 15, 50 slots at $25 each. And once it fills, you either pay with Zeal or Cash App. And once it fills, then he runs a raffle and does a video using a randomizer online. And a friend of mine's won 3 freaking times already.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy of mine from the VA. I'm like, you got to go and horseshoe up your ass or what? And his brother just won a 20-inch barrel, 12-gauge pistol grip shotgun.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so they run usually $10 to $25 per space, depending on what he's raffling. So if you're interested, I can send you an invite.
Yeah, go ahead and send me one. I can check it out at least.
So it's been pretty interesting. Let's see.
Of course, the other huge dilemma I'm having right now is I just found out that on Thanksgiving, Lego released a collector's edition AT-AT.
Really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Just under 7,000 pieces. When fully built, it stands over 2 feet tall. I think I need to buy it.
It's calling out to you.
Perfectly understandable.
It's
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
kind of expensive, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's not as expensive as some of the other sets I have sitting around my house. So.
Okay.
I mean, there's that lovely Super Star Destroyer sitting behind me that costs $800, and then there's the Millennium Falcon that cost me $1,000.
Okay.
That'll eat
Wow.
up some space.
the Millennium Falcon is absolutely awesome. It's over 10,000 pieces, and it's basically about 3 feet long.
Well, then
Yeah,
you
we have the
obviously
baby version of that. We have like the regular version of the Millennium Falcon Lego.
right. So you obviously need a ground unit. I mean, you have enough
Right.
of the air unit, so you need a ground unit to go with,
Well, who
Yep.
doesn't, right?
right?
You got to
This is-
balance it.
Man.
Sitting right next to me on my desk behind one of the monitors is the Death Star 2.
Nice.
So one of my favorite things about some of these sets is Death Star 2 comes with a mini version of a Super Star Destroyer, to scale, roughly, Lego. I mean, it can't be exactly to scale, but pretty close to scale. So then the Super Star Destroyer set has a mini Star Destroyer that's to scale. And then out in my living room, I have the original Star Destroyer, which had a little Rebel blockade runner to scale. And then in my bedroom, I have the Rebel blockade runner, which doesn't have anything smaller to scale. But I think it's neat that all of them have that, mini to scale model all the way through the chain.
That's awesome.
You know what? I'm taking fearsome.
He's going to become
So
even
now I have-
scarier.
2 ranks in fearsome. Aha, which is 1 away from my dedication. So
And Jim, I don't know if you were already disconnected when I said I picked up Intuitive Shot.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes, I was unfortunately disconnected at that point. Hopefully, I think I've got a stable connection now. Fingers crossed, or I'm about to get kicked off for mocking it, one or the other.
right.
So I get to put.
Go. All right. Now I'm even scarier up close.
So this is just a test. Please ignore.
Good Lord.
Oh, it's a shame that wasn't a real roll.
All the light side, all the tramp, and still you take 2 strain.
Right.
Actually,
a lot
no,
of work.
because of those light side, I could convert 2 of them to advantage to negate the strain.
Yeah, it's a lot of work manipulating all that force.
Yep.
Or you're one with the force, and the force is with you.
I don't know how much use I'll get out of that because I tend to heavily favor my lightsabers, but I needed it on the path to my next dedication. So
There you go.
All the dedication.
yep.
As somewhere in the ship, Janong is making a dog-like bark.
Yeah, he's back there playing with his droids.
He's got it in
Sorry,
bark
my
mode.
office is super hot, so I have to have the window open right now, and that's why
Ah.
you're hearing the dog so well.
Oh, I thought it was me since I'm right by the big window where the dog is barking.
I didn't hear any dog barking, so
Oh, wow.
Well, kudos for the microphones then.
Yeah, that's
for noise
pretty
canceling,
good.
right?
That and the fact that I have the fish tank turned off too.
Nice.
So is everybody ready? Have you spent them
Yeah.
points
Sir.
you've been banking?
No.
Most of
I'm gonna have to go shopping. I'll go shopping later.
It's like we totally should just download Og Dudes on your computer and have you do it that way.
What is Og Dudes?
David, take it away.
Ogdudes is a character creation app that makes character creation, upgrading, the whole works like a super blast and simple.
Huh.
It has all the races, it has all the different classes, and there's talent trees and all that fun stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, the one downside though is just like everything else, it all references back to the books, and so you don't get to see what the description of like intuitive shot is. You get please see page 143 of Force and Destiny Core Rulebook.
But no,
But wait, there's more.
there's more. You have not obviously found the downloadable data files that contain all of that additional information. That's made by somebody else that you can load in, because he cannot do it because that would be copyright infringements. But if you just happen to find said files somewhere and load those in, well, he's not responsible for that.
So I don't
It's probably
suppose
his
you'd be
neighbor
able
that
to
lives
point
next
me
door.
in. I don't suppose you'd be able to point me in the right direction.
Yeah, I'd have to do a quick search for him again. I forget, but I mean, I'll look those up while we're going.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, it adds all that shit in, except for a handful. There's, they update periodically, but it actually even adds. There are some out there that even add like the clone trooper data sets and that stuff in there that he doesn't have. So, and those
Nice.
classes, and yeah.
Excuse me.
See, I picked the exact thing to say, so. See, I have the regular edition, not the bootleg edition.
It's still the regular edition. It's the data that's in there. It's not. It's still Ogdudes. It's just I've taken the time to update my data files
This is true.
manually. Yeah, that's it.
In a packet format that someone was kind enough to packetize.
Honest, Your Honor, I own the books and I typed it all in manually.
Oh, that sucks.
Because you technically could.
Mm-hmm.
It is designed to do that.
It's just that Ogdudes is playing it safe, which is good because that way he can open source. Used to even open source on their own website. They actually liked his stuff so much that they shared it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, they would end up like Forge and Anvil, which was an amazing D&D character creator built in Excel.
Mm-hmm.
But they had all the data, all the information in there, and Wizards of the Coast came in and slapped the bandwagon on them.
Mainly because Wizard was gonna, and it didn't end up too well for 4th edition. And then they made D&D Beyond.
Yeah, well, that's where they finally really hit them, was when D&D Beyond became much more than what it is, and it was initially. Then all of a sudden they came after the guy and said, "No, you can't be doing this. We have character creator now." So
Yep.
You must cease and desist.
yeah,
Though I will completely say, buying books on D&D Beyond, I've only done once, and it's not as good as having the real book or a regular PDF, because when you buy the book, you have access to their website's copy of the book, which is not so cool. Because
for which now?
for D&D Beyond, when you purchase the digital copies of the book, you don't get an actual PDF. You get access to the book on D&D Beyond.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
So it kind
And
of sucks because then you don't have a copy of your offline.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing is, you buy a hard copy, it still doesn't give you the book in the Beyond either.
Yeah.
They want you to buy twice, which is sorry. I could see maybe paying $5 or $10 more if I have the book, but to buy the book pretty much full price again, no.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you have companies like Fate that do, if you buy it in a brick and mortar store, they will totally give you the PDF for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it's ridiculous. Otherwise, it's not bad, but yeah, to charge you full price both places is, I should be able to put my serial number from my book in and pay, say, $5 more, or $10 more. I could stretch to 10.
Because we all know the paperback book's going to be way better anyway. Just saying.
For most games, I prefer to have the reference book that I can flip where I want, because it's just not as easy or as comfortable flipping through a computer PDF. I like to be able to flip through my book. So
Yep.
Agreed. You're
Why?
not alone in that sentiment.
yep, looks like this site has the latest updated files. It has clone troopers, the whole works.
Excellent. Thank you.
And there's like an import file in Ogdudes, or an import like functionality.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so on our ship.
So you've gotten all your fat loots with the exception of the Sith Holocron, which you left back in there locked behind. Hopefully safe enough that no strange person will walk by and find it.
Yeah, I mean, it's behind two doors that weigh tons, and only two Force users together are going to be able to lift them. So,
As the other smuggler crew shows up and uses their blaster cannons.
Yeah, but we've already determined that it was hardened stone that
Is blaster and lightsaber resistant. Yes.
Right.
Yes. You've listened well, Jedi.
Yeah.
Why I wasn't too worried about leaving it behind.
Okay, so you guys are on the ship with your fat loot.
Yeah,
some of you guys have secret loot from the other members. Thank you, Janong, for hiding his lightsaber crystal. He's totally going to weaponize it somehow.
I wouldn't put it past him.
All the greatest weapons have a heart of Kyber.
I mysteriously have a new ring on my finger.
Well, when a Sith Lord finds you, if you want to keep it, put a ring on it. As all of a sudden your ring starts talking like Ming the Merciless. Well, that was the one cursed item. Okay, so what is the master plan? I mean, you've got Uma's brother in the cargo hold going over the cargo that's there. He's picking through, pointing out what is valuable in his opinion. He's still totally sad that the holocron was left behind, because you guys could all retired for the price of that.
I don't know about retired, but
God bless you. Uma's allergic to retirement.
There's no such thing as retirement. Okay, so well, does Ava want to meet up with those guys again, or and say, hey, we didn't find anything, or is he hoping that I just leave?
He
What's
is
he
of the
hoping?
mindset that you guys just leave, because remember, he kind of screwed them over on their
I
records.
know he wants to, yeah. So, all right, let's just head out of Dodge.
Did him out.
Now, by heading out of Dodge, are you saying straight from the temple heading up to space and ripping out of atmosphere, or heading back to that little podunk town? I throw that out there.
Well, we're not going to be selling them here.
True. This is up to you guys. I'm just asking for my own curiosity.
No, I'm just saying it's not like we're going to have a fence on the planet.
I mean,
so I say we literally head out of Dodge.
Yeah, if you're telling them we didn't have anything, we need to be selling way somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's a farming community. There are lots of fences on the planet.
Oh. You've got style.
And our dear Jedi is going to send the secret message off to the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Okay, now are you going to tell your compatriots here about it, or are you doing this even without their knowledge?
I was pretty sure that I told Uma about it.
Well, we kind of have an idea of what it might that it's definitely Sithy. So,
Sith,
I'm pretty
Jedi, they're all
sure-
the same.
No, they're not.
According to the non-Jedis, they are.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I would imagine that on the way back to the ship, I probably would have pulled Uma either far enough ahead or far enough behind to be out of earshot and explained to her that that was specifically a Sith holocron, which is why I very much didn't want to take it with me. And I was going to radio to my Jedi contacts to come and handle it for safekeeping.
Yeah, so, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, just curious, are you doing that in the refresher there? Or is that the refresher part of the crew quarter refresher room? Or
Lockers.
We call that the privacy con.